time to lock in your picks. We've been hearing from Eli all morning as he looks ahead to the movies he thinks are going to be honored with the Golden Statuette on Sunday night. We've heard from you online as well. So we thought, hey, it's only fair. Let's let the rest of the team weigh in on Oscar coming up on Sunday. So, Scott and Eli and Rob and Natasha, the whole gang in getting set for Oscar night on Sunday night. Want to get your picks, and then Eli, you get to say whether there is any merit to their
Bring down
picks.
the gavel.
Exactly.
No, yes. No.
All right, Scott, we'll start the business with you.
I'm going to start with the financial side, and the odds makers in Vegas have Michael Keaton in Birdman as the odds-on favorite. So playing the numbers,
good business guy, always going for the numbers.
That's what I'm going to go for.
So in Best Actor,
yes,
you're picking Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton
over
Birdman.
Eddie Redmayne.
Yes, that's the way I'm going. I'm going to leave the artistic impression to Eli, but that's where I'm going. That's what the money is saying.
See, it's not about our art at all anymore. This is about just the superficial, cynical nature of the Academy, and I think they're going to be wooed by the young, glamorous Eddie Redmayne. And although it's tough, it's really tight. I wouldn't be surprised to see Michael get it. He got the Golden Globe, but my inclination is it goes to Eddie.
Eddie Redmayne. All right, so you say Michael Keaton. Already, one big buzz already. Stand by, though. Okay, next it's Natasha. Natasha loves movies, couldn't choose just one category, so you get to pick two categories and see who you have favored.
Well, it's true, because Peterson stole my answer for Best Actor.
He always does that, Peter.
But like for business reasons. Come on, guy. Oh, my God. Michael Keaton is a rock star in Birdman. He's so beautiful. Those tight close-ups on his face are incredible. So he was my pick. But since we already went through Michael Keaton, I really am rooting for Wes Anderson to get it for Best Director. I want to be in a Wes Anderson movie. This fantasy land.
That's a pretty absurd life you're wishing for yourself, Natasha.
It's so beautiful, stylish, like it's so optimistic.
And Ray Fiennes is there. I can understand that.
That doesn't hurt.
It doesn't. So for Grand Budapest Hotel, that's interesting because Eli, he's not really figuring in the
not
movie
quite.
Intelligentsia.
It was a bit of the surprise of the Oscar season in that Grand Budapest did so well with so many nominations. And if you want to be in a Wes Anderson film, you're going to have to work on the colors. You need like 5 more colors just in what you're wearing. And then we need the perfectly placed pot behind you. I'd love to see Wes Anderson get it, but right now that race is between actually Richard Linklater and Alexandre Inarritu, and I think it's going to go to Linklater. But if you love Grand Budapest, Budapest is going to get all the craft categories. It's going to get costume. It's going to get production design.
It was an incredible film that I was not expecting to be as enjoyable. You liked it too, obviously, Natasha.
I did, and the music. It should win for, I think, Best Original Score.
It might. It has a chance there.
The music is magical in it.
Look at that. There, she slipped in a third category.
There you go.
Natasha, all right, she's getting in on Rob's time. Rob Pizzo. Okay, Rob has gone for Best Actor category. Who's your ringer there?
Well, I was under the impression we were only allowed to pick one. I'll tell you what I had my sights set on. And yes, I made that joke on purpose. Bradley Cooper in American Sniper for a couple of reasons. One, I just bought the portrayal. A lot of times if I watch a movie and I forget I'm watching, say, Bradley Cooper, I think it's a good portrayal. And number two, I watch a lot of sports and forgot to watch the rest of the movies that are nominated.
This is
American Sniper.
This is the only Oscar-nominated film you saw, right?
That's it. Every year I say I'm going to watch them all, and every year I fail.
Oh, well, Bradley Cooper, what do you think of that?
It's not too much of a leap of faith for that. I could see how this happens, and it actually comes back a little to business. Box office for American Sniper has been ridiculous. This has been kind of the late bloomer of Oscar season, something like over $300 million. And I can kind of see a situation where Michael Keaton and Eddie Redmayne split the vote. And then the way the ballot works, if Bradley Cooper kind of comes up the middle.
How does the Academy feel about political movies? I mean, we saw with Zero Dark 30.
Right.
I'm not sure.
They like political movies, but the Academy is rather liberal, and American Sniper is a lot of things. A liberal movie, it is not. And so, as much as there is that kind of sense right now in the zeitgeist of support the troops, I wonder if the Hollywood community will kind of embrace that narrative of that film.
Okay. Do I get to weigh in? I get a pick. Okay, here I chose just one. You know how much I enjoy my music. So for Best Original Song, I went with John Legend from the soundtrack to Glory. #1, the movie overlooked in so many categories. So here's one where many people seem to say this will make it up. John Legend's performing, which to me is always a good sign. If you're on stage invited to perform, there's a good chance they want you to be there for something. So that's my pick for, I don't know what you think about that, Best Original Song.
I think you got it.
Really?
I think that's what's going to happen. I think the only only possible upset would be Everything Is Awesome. There is that Canadian connection there, but older voters, I don't think they'll embrace that, and there is a lot of love for Selma. They want to give it a consolation prize. This will be the musical one.
Can you imagine the full Oscar treatment of that gospel choir on stage? We are going to play some of that music for you coming up, so just hang on for all of that. Well, that was good fun. All right, thanks, guys. We'll have to check in on. We'll be all bleary-eyed on Monday when we'll find out if our categories won. Thanks a lot, Natasha, Rob, Scott, and Eli for all morning. Thank you very much. Now, just before we get to that music, I want to tell you, if you want to share your Oscar picks with us, our website has a handy tool up. It's a virtual ballot. You just go to cbc.ca/arts to find it, fill it out, tweet us the link. My Twitter account, as always, @CBCHH. Don't forget the hashtag CBCNN.